tube.
Yeah.
And I don't know, she was real cool at first. Since she's not on the site too much, I can tell you what happened. Like,
okay.
I was on YouTube updating stuff at the time. And then she would actually email me, and she did it one time. And I said, "Thank you very much. That's cool." And then she emailed me back, and I'd give her some sort of witty response back, and it went back and forth for like maybe 2 days. And then one day I just said, "Oh well, hey, that's cool. I'm not gonna keep talking to this girl because she's like 17." But then after that day, she emailed back and said, "You know something? If you're gone, let me know, because that really worries me if you're not around." I'm like, oh shit. Now I'm not saying she was hitting on me, but something weird was going on. So I will say she's very cool. She's very nice, but I knew that she probably
she's a little Glenn Close-ish.
Well, I wouldn't even say that. I'm not even saying she was interested in me, but there was something kind of just weird going on.
It's funny because you used to have a cat that used to walk around here, and I haven't seen that cat in a long time.
Cat's walking a little funny these days.
with all his skin boiled off.
Look for the cat that's walking bow-legged.
I was going to say. An empty roll of electrical tape.
But I just say this: I knew she'd be the kind of
Buzzkill.
girl. No, Buzzkill I liked a lot. I thought she was my favorite one on Spill when she crossed over to Spill. But I just knew because of her flighted nature and something where she just got infatuated with something real quick and then didn't. Yeah. I knew she'd be gone someday. Speaking of cats, you ever had a cat that came around, you kind of fed it, and then it was gone a few weeks later? Okay, maybe you didn't, but I did. But
I got women like that.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Okay, well, women. Fuck it. I was trying to use cat as a metaphor, but
yeah.
Okay. You ever had women you had sex with and you just told her to get the fuck out? You never saw her anymore? That was Buzzkill.
I knew it.
No, I'm just kidding. But no, so I knew she'd be gone after a while, and lo and behold, she is.
I honestly lost interest with her because she originally started to do stuff that related to Spill, and then it was clear she just didn't really give a shit about Spill anymore. She was just cross-posting to us, and I was like, okay, I don't really care about you either. So
really?
Yeah.
You got that feeling?
I lost interest myself. I was like, why would I keep checking your stuff when it has nothing to do with anything but your dating life? I just don't care.
That did get weird, right?
Yeah,
there.
it got
Well,
like
no, what
boring.
was weird was the fact when we had we had someone who was before we got our new corporate master. So when we had one of the old corporate masters who just kind of chose a few random, very active Spillios and had their feeds lead to the front page. And so her drama entries kept showing up as front page news.
And they were like weeks old.
Yeah, it was quite amusing.
Man, people, if you one of these days we're going to go through a podcast and give you just a brief history of Spill, what we have so far, because we've been through some ups and downs. But that was a weird moment, like when Spill went through that stage where we, I can't even talk about it because it means I'm going to talk shit about somebody and,
who has since been fired.
Yeah. We've all almost killed each other like 6 or 7 times.
Yeah, it's some weird stories that have happened on here, and we'll go through it one day. And now's not the time.
I don't think that's a good idea. I think we should hint at that we'll do it one day and never do it. Because do you guys really want to sit in a room and have that conversation and have those things come up where it's going to be, oh, well, this is the point where Carlyle did this. It's like, well, that's not exactly, oh, yeah, that's how it motherfucking happened. And we'll end up getting into another fight. And then 2 years later, it'll be, hey, remember that time we had that stupid idea to do that podcast and we all killed each other?
Yeah, no,
whatever, Ringo. Anyway.
There was some shit. There's some shit that happened with, when you say our corporate masters, it wasn't our masters. We had a development team that I spent a week, and I liked the guys on that team. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Oh, well. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna name
names. This is how you get them going.
I got you, Korey, 100%.
But then, okay, and Jamie's gonna be so mad at me. He's like, Jamie's gonna be like,
listen to this
show.
No,
Jamie listens to this all the time.
Jamie on a Let's Do This with his 100%, and I wouldn't think he's listening. And next day, I get an email, 100%, fuck you. Okay, I'm gonna get into like the development team that we had before, but Jamie,
I think we've had too much beer.
I know, Jamie, I'm sorry, I'm probably revealing too much, but we're a little fucked up right now. Jamie is the producer of Spill. He's the one that he makes all the money deals, and
he's the Spill crew.
He is.
Yeah, he's the one that puts up stuff under the name of the Spill Crew. And him and I work closely together every day. I love Jamie very much. Yeah, Jamie is fucking awesome. I can't tell you, I haven't gotten along with a guy better than that guy. But one day,
what the hell was that all?
Yeah, motherfucker.
I'm talking about on the corporate
I've
level.
been with you since you were a kid.
Well, Jamie probably signs his paycheck, so
okay.
No, Jamie doesn't.
But you know what? I'm starting to wonder. Corey's been going to New York an awful lot lately.
That's a good point. Coming back with glitter.
No, Jamie and I work together, man. I mean, that's the thing. Jamie And so being that I work with Jamie, I pick up all the things that he says during meetings and when we talk to each other. And so when Jamie and I are really getting along, I'll say, Jamie, man, I feel like this should happen. He's like, 100%. I feel like that should happen. 100%. And we had the last meeting when I went to New York like last month, and he was in a meeting. He's like, you know something, guys? 100%. I agree. Fuck.
Did he really?
And I was looking at him when he did it because he said 100%. I was sitting over in the corner. I was looking at him like and he's like, fucking man, now you got me thinking about this shit. He's like, and then he's like, thing is, I wasn't the one that originally did it. I got it from a friend. Like, no, you didn't. But Jamie knows. Look, there's a meeting that we cannot have. There's another British guy, and then there's another developer, and then there's Jamie. And there's one point where the meeting just stops, and they like. I'm not gonna say the guy's name, but they're like, you know that fucking guy, man. He fucking did this to the site. This is all his fault. And they're talking about the old development team and we are still working to get shit done.
I remember how mad you were when you were dealing with these guys.
Was that last Christmas or the Christmas before?
I think it was last Christmas.
I spent a week we're going into the holidays. This would be the anniversary right now. Like at this time, this very moment we're recording this, it is 10 o'clock on December, 22nd?
And you will be visited by 3 ghosts.
You'll be visited by 3 spill crew members. Each of them more douchier than the one before.
Yeah, I mean, movie lord.
Dr. Detfink.
MDS.
Oh, man.
No, man. But at this time
Ghosts
last
of
year.
Christmas suck.
Okay, what happened was they set up the site, and we had this reboot of the site. And at that time, the guy who was doing development at that time, he just picked 3 spill members to like highlight as bloggers and just automatically have them blog their own post. So we had no control over that.
We had nothing.
Yeah. So it just and then he left for the holidays. So nothing for like 7 days, nothing was happening on the site. And I spent every night writing an email saying, I hate this fucking site. I hate what we're doing. I hate the people who work on this. And even when after it was all done, the guy who was working on the development team, he's like, hey, Korey, I hear you're a little upset. It's okay. You know, it's like, no, it's not fucking okay.
Yeah, he like, no. Jack Nicholson in The Shining was a little upset. I'm fucking pissed.
Okay, so I would just like to take this moment to say Merry Christmas, everybody. And I wish all of you a Happy New Year.
When we say you're douchebags, we don't mean in the sense
No.
of...
I know.
Except for movie lord MDS and Dr. Detfink.
No, we don't mean
Hey,
that.
Dr. Detfink is my buddy.
The opinions of Carlyle do not necessarily reflect those of
No
anyone
shit.
else on the planet.
Yeah.
But they might. A little
They
bit.
might.
In some ways.
Yeah, the
No,
Carlettes. They reflect the Carlettes.
We love you guys out there. This is why we're doing this podcast all together, because this is why we're sitting around reminiscing. Look,
Well,
we've
speaking
gone.
of that, why don't we read these emails?
Oh, well, yeah, I'm just saying we're sitting around reminiscing because it's pretty amazing that after 2 years and after all this shit we've gone through, and if you really want to count it, it's more like 3 years from the very beginning of the site. Yeah, and if you want to, I mean, I myself, just me alone, have been doing this for about 15, 16 years. Then you came in, Leon, so you've done this, and then you guys came in. So, man, it's been years, and this thing has evolved from something very humble to what it is right now, and
Which
lot
is still
of you,
very humble.
and it's still very humble. Yeah,
Let's not
We ain't exactly
overinflate
Bill and
ourselves.
Ted.
we ain't got our 40
universe.
acres and a mule, but we're working on it. But no, we really, for what we have right now, it has grown to something I couldn't believe. I mean, to think that we would have what we had on Access Television actually be worldwide and people liking it. At the time we were doing it, I never thought something like this would happen.
He never knew he would have women in every port of call in the world.
Imagine that'd be a good lover.
But hey, you know, I had
And 4 in
ambitions
New
at
York.
the time.
Yeah.
Man, come on.
That I could have virtual spill wives. This is awesome.
You have virtual spill
I
wives?
have virtual spill wives. I have a virtual spill mom.
I don't have any. I don't have anything virtual.
Ghost Rider?
Yeah,
Ghost Rider.
she's my spill mom.
She's like everybody's spill
Yeah,
mom.
she
She's
is.
awesome.
Yeah, she's looking over everybody.
I love
But
that's a shout out.
she loves to throw that out there like, well, I'm so much older than the rest of you. I'm like, not really, you ain't.
Yeah,
But you ain't gonna tell her how little older she is.
I bet you still look good in some fishnets, but that's just me.
Yeah.
man.
You were gonna do Diana.
I'm just kidding, man.
Man,
Come
we're
on.
just sitting around trying to have a good time.
I'm
Come
just
on.
kidding, man. Tell you what,
Goes
people,
to the nursing homes to hit the easy chicks.
people, we love you,
And they got no
They're
teeth.
medicated.
They got no teeth.
we love you, people. We've been drinking. We're having a good time. If you haven't, I mean, this has just been us kind of enjoying each other. We've been having it. We, you know what?
Yeah, not the right words.
Well, I'm just saying. Hey, man, fuck you. First of all, I'm trying to be cool.
That's the problem right there.
Hold up, Corey. When was the last time you slept?
Oh,
shit.
no.
It's been
Okay,
a
this is something y'all don't know about Corey. Like, you listen to Corey on Spill, he's a very cool, calm, and collected. He's that guy that you want to hang out with and every woman wants to sleep with. But you get him with no sleep, which is most of the time because he's working on his site constantly.
And then you add alcohol.
And you add alcohol, and he turns into that donkey from the Arabian Nights who's just like knocking shit over and cussing everybody out
And
wants
throwing
to fight
chairs.
people. Yeah, throwing chairs.
I have not gotten angry though. I've gotten very much control over that, and I'll tell you why. Yes, there was a time in our history where I would come in, I'd be pissed, I would yell at people, I would throw shit, and I only threw one chair, not a whole lot. People, somebody made a whole discussion like, how many chairs has Corey?
saw that.
Yeah, I threw one fucking chair.
Hey man, how many chairs you think you got to throw? I mean,
Hey, how many countries did Bush invade? He only really invaded one.
I'm sure O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson's like, what? I killed 2 people. You guys can't get past that. I did.
The funny thing is, I threw that chair the opposite way from people. I didn't throw it at anybody.
Right. Well, it's like, I mean, come on. The guy started the Access show that he brought us all into and brought us all together. All these friends we still have today. Starts a website. We're all doing this. We're making a living from this. And we're like, yeah, but you throw one lousy chair. It's like when you're Corey, that chair.
But I tell you, it's like that old joke, you know, you paint one house, you're not a painter. If you build one plane, you're not really an engineer. But you fuck one goat.
Man, I'm telling you, the reason why I would come in so angry is because, yes, these days I'm not sleeping that much, and I am working constantly. I am drinking a little bit more these days. But at the time, I was for 2 years. You guys can attest for that. You know, I hated doing that show.
Oh, yeah.
That Access show. I hated doing that show. And for 2 years, I just kept it up because. And this isn't me saying I did you a favor. This is not. I say you guys are having such a good time, and then when it was over, we would go drinking and hanging out with people. It would actually be a lot of fun.
Be like, oh, you know what? This ain't so bad.
Yeah, and then that next Wednesday would come in like, fuck. I'm still editing.
You were dreading it. You were like, God damn it! I
was very upset when I went down there, and I'm not making that as an excuse because there's no excuse for coming down there and taking it out on people. But yeah, it got to a point where I fucking hated it, man.
Hey, man.
A long time ago.
It was. And if you were that bad, we wouldn't still be here.
Okay, yeah, there you go. See, that's the bright side to everything.
You know what? You get a free chair throwing. We're just gonna let that go.
We won't even count it in any future ACOCOs. I won't even bring it up.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let me just say this, and I am a little fuck it, man. I am a little drunk right now.
Fine,
You're a little wasted.
So what?
Fuck it. Yeah, fuck it.
This is what now you guys are going to experience what I experience, which is he's going to sober up in a little while and go, before I post that, I'm going to go and listen to that. And you're going to listen to this tomorrow. There's going to be like a 20-minute segment cut out. And she's gone. It's like, what happened to that? There was something happened to the audio quality and it just wasn't any good. So I had to cut it out.
Crashed in that one section, right?
It's good to be the king.
No, listen.
The equipment made me sound like I was slurring my words.
Yeah.
Being the editor of a podcast
It made it sound
myself.
like I was making fun of people we work